Hi there! We started with this comparative price examination between geographical areas and also between the two models, both to highlight the discrimination between chosen countries and the rest of the world and what is actually offered at these prices by it. This is how the two models look on the diorama, empty or loaded. Let's see now what differentiates them visually and qualitatively, maybe even in terms of durability during operation and over time. While the Roco wagon comes with a simulated load that looks quite spectacular and is especially movable on each component, allowing you to load other wagons in case you want a different scenarios or different truck platforms, TRIX comes without a load, leaving it up to you to decide what logistics you will transport with it on the diorama. Roco has more captivating appearance, while TRIX impresses with inscriptions of very good fidelity compared to the original model at real scale. Roco's ones are at a good level as well, but somehow TRIX leaves the certain impression of a bit more care in regard. In other words, it is obvious that Roco is betting everything on the visual appeal through this wagon model, while TRIX respects itself by delivering a trustful collectible model for certain. By the already seen images, we will note the poor detail cohesion of the wagon produced by Roco. It leaves you with the feeling of a kit with very mediocre joint elements, but it's probably just an ingenious concept for resistance to destruction through accidental dropping of the wagon. Just being a bit sarcastic with this, as we have been unable to imagine other reasons in this aspect. On the other hand, as usual, Just Roco treats its customers as an additional workers at the factory in Vietnam and makes you assemble the details of the wagon. In the case of this model, the operation is not difficult and is quite handy, only it's not very clear what Roco thought the collector would do after assembling the parts when he wants to put the wagon back in the packaging when not in use. Practically, you can't put it back very easy in the packaging if you've mounted the accessories. A bigger nonsense could even be paid for with 50 euros including taxes. This kind of challenge is not necessarily a challenge, but rather evidence that they simply don't care about customers. Which always begs the same question: why, Roco? Why? The assembly and disassembly, as well as the mobility of certain elements, are at the valid professional level for a collectible model in the case of TRIX, practically lacking the fear of damaging it through careless handling, while, although it looks excellent as a visual impact, the product offered by Roco seems more like a toy than a collectible model that leaves you feeling like it could only be damaged if you look at it. Not to mention again, we are really upset on this, that putting it back in the protective box at TRIX seems like a formula with mathematical precision, while at Roco, annoyed you are tempted to throw the box away because of how difficult is it to pack it for proper storage. In the end, these are somehow very attractive platform wagons, as they can present themselves in a train with a triple image and function look while maintaining the same destination. Both are attractive wagons and we would say collectible. But clearly, TRIX delivers a product much closer to the quality expected by the collectors, and it's easy to realize this when you see the big difference between both wagons. So, how could we not like TRIX more than Roco? When comparatively priced, they offer a collector's scent, while Roco offers just the apparent trend that they care about me, the collector. Is Roco more expensive than TRIX in this example because it is dedicated to the Swiss market? Because it has a better marketing impact on collectors? We are unable to get it. Anyway, TRIX seems closer to the notion of a collectible model. This is very clear. Until next time, be safe and well, everyone.